Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man, where they're ready to fight for the dear old Texas Aggies. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Auburn Tigers taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Making checks. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield,
turning it on. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
I'm a huge fan of offensive aggressiveness to start a football game. I think the defense is getting settled in. They play up a little bit. They play a little bit more aggressive. They got more emotion, and the offense takes advantage. Nice big play over the top. Stay aggressive, offense.
Makes the grab. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
It's very early in the college football season, but this coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the outside. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. They just keep firing. Unleashes one. Finds the big tight end. And he's slipped through the crowd, and Hill has it. Touchdown, Aggie. If you're able to move the ball on a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown, running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Finds a man on the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese, the bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals spill out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Off the play fake. Using his feet to buy time. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Got his man to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there, because the QB got it to his guy early. He was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
He'll pull it on the read. Got some room in to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships, too.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Looking for room at the 30. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
As a head coach, Coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Sets up the screen. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
And how about the bounce back for this QB? He's already got more passing yards right now than he had all last game. Nice job not getting down, not getting negative, not letting one bad game turn to 2. Nice bounce back already in this next game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Might be looking to run. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got his man down the middle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already. Heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
And the Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll run the toss. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Man, the defense had that one completely bottled up, and he eventually just had to live to fight another play.
Yeah, I love the discipline on defense, too. Everybody where they're supposed to be. Everybody staying in the gap, so they just kept funneling the ball to the outside. Inevitably, that guy had nowhere to go.
Wants to fire on second down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Michigan is getting smoked. This is unexpected. This is alarming. And I've been on social, and their recruits are definitely taking notice. They're trailing by 28 to Arkansas. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So here comes the Auburn offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14.
There he goes. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They try to pop a run on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
They'll run it from the gun. He makes it past the marker. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Pulls and fires complete. Breaks into the open. Bust through behind his pad. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a... Unloads it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
And pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
The play action fake. Gets it out quickly. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
Now, when you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Nice move, creates some space. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Coming out with it, it's Hamilton. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the right. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And you can tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You gonna leave that open? Okay, I'm gonna take it right now.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Complete to the left. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge first down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's got it. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
He's got the tight end. Turning it on. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Trying play action. Here's the pressure. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
And And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's going on. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Fires to the right. Finds a man by himself. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Auburn going to work with another first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
He might want another play. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that side.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back, going for it all. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Another incompletion on third down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Using the quick game. Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be. A big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the 5-yard step-off, 1st and 15 for this offense. Give to the running back. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. Looking for more room. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Finds some fresh air. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
Finds his big tight end. Still running at the 40. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into.
There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. Guess what? This game is far from over.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. It's complete. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. The corners are walked up tight. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Going the other way, and he's got room. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Oh, out of space. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Inside the 25. Turning it on. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he's going to try to return this one. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's caught. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on first down. Throws to the back. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense, and they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket. It's not going to be the scrambles out wide. You need passing plays deep down the field. They've got to find some way to attack this secondary.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Punt is on its way. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give as they work on that clock. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Punt is in the air. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Catch inside the 25. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. It's complete to the right. There he headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Auburn!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gets it out fast. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. A&M comes back out with another first down. Toss sweep to the right. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee.